Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No! Yeah, let's go! Oh my gosh, that freaking destroyed people.
Welcome to Stupid Builds, where I will show you some stupid builds. Some of these builds are our own creation, some are from a live stream chat, but all of them are stupid because of how strong they secretly are. Our community at large has berated me relentlessly over Cascade Point, but I never found the perk to be all that handy outside of the pure hilarity of listening to a weapon spit lead like it took a double-shot espresso. So when a livestream viewer brought me a build that not just made good use of, but required Cascade Point, my eyes rolled so hard in my head I think it made an audible gloop noise. But as a formerly straight man once said, $20 is $20. So I obliged. The build ran a Solar Warlock with the Rain of Fire Warlock boots, a fusion rifle, and a Cascade Point primary weapon that somehow evaded my auto-dismantle filter. I knew Rain of Fire would grant me the crisp 10% bonus damage from Radiant due to its fusion rifle triggering perk, and I figured that the idea was to then swap to the Cascade Point weapon for a bit faster than normal cleanup. But then, my jaw hit the floor.
Holy shit! No!
We were running the rapid-fire scout rifle Randy's throwing knife, and as you can tell, just like how I found out, when you stack the turbo-tapping speed of Cascade Point with Radiant, you flatline the time to kill so hard it's like you are wielding a great value brand sweet business! In case you are still lost to the mechanics of what the hell is happening, let me spell it out for you Titan mains. Rain of Fire grants Radiance from fusion kills. Kills with alternative weapons trigger Cascade Point. Cascade Point and Radiance can obviously stack. So, from one easily repeatable source of kills, you can make whatever primary, it doesn't even need to be the scout, into a channeled torrent of lead that will eliminate targets in the blink of an eye!
But just a moment before we see more clips, this video was sponsored by Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero is a new fantasy action RPG from Hoyoverse. Immerse yourself in the unbelievable sound, art, and style of this anime-designed urban futuristic fantasy, available on consoles and PC, and even mobile on full release. Take control of a wide cast of stylish characters, each with their own unique skills and talents and weapons, to find who fits your particular playstyle. Enjoy the amazing blend of 2D and 3D aesthetics with a funky soundtrack, all packaged into a dynamic, movie-like combat system today, because you can be a part of their second beta test when you click the link in the description and register to join. All you'll need to register is an email address and password, of course, and to fill out a brief survey. But don't delay, because just like with all open betas, it won't be here forever. Thanks again to Zenless Zone Zero for sponsoring today's burritos.
We tried to initially use this with the Merciless, a long forgotten about year 1 exotic fusion rifle, but after less than 2 minutes with the thing, I hope that it stays in whatever forever forgotten box I found it in. Instead, a far better choice was this backup plan plus firmly planted Timeless Vertex. While it isn't required to run a solar fusion specifically, and my loot grind for fusions is extremely out of date, it is nice to have a bit of solar damage, so in case you need to double down on the fusion, you can get further benefits from solar weapon-related fragments on your subclass. As for the subclass, you need not overthink your options here. This isn't an ability build, it's a weapon build. But for me, I ran Icarus Dash, Touch of Flame, and then Ember of Mercy, Resolve, Ashes, and Torches. The peak of this build is bottlenecked at your fusion rifle. But if you have even a half-viable fusion, this mishmash of weapons was a massive breath of fresh air. 12 apple pies out of 3 slices of sharp cheddar cheese. Remember that we planted a sour cream pipe bomb inside your router. Subscribe! Or we hit the detonator. Glaives are like Bungie developers. I really want to like them, but at the end of the day, they tend to end up disappointing me and making me lose faith in humanity. However, this glaive setup, for whatever reason, broke the mold. In fact, I found myself, dare I say, having fun. No, that simply will not do. But maybe we could get it nerfed by having a lot of you running it? Yes, that's devious. Step 1. Equip a glaive. Arc damage is preferred, but whatever you are most comfortable with shall suffice. Step 2. Grab a titan and blast a 10-hour track of heavy metal, occasionally broken up by the sound of a monkey screaming. Step 3. Pull the crimson from your vault. Some of you are already at this step without this tutorial, and for that we are judging you. But Step 4. Equip the ACD0 feedback fence. The goal of this build is to behave like a futuristic caveman, and run at people beating your chest and brandishing a pointy stick with which you will beat the crap out of someone with. If successful, you will be rewarded with ACD0 feedback fence charges and another hit of your dopamine addiction. The user who put us up to these shenanigans could have, in my professional opinion, leaned in harder on the ACD0's armor charge collection. But I suppose I can't expect much from the community that argues over crayon flavors. But regardless, that doesn't keep you, my intellectually capable viewer, from coming up with some further innovations on this easy-to-understand blueprint. For the subclass, Arc Titan with your Juggernaut shield with Knockout is a no-brainer pick. Lastly, for fragments, try Haste, Instinct, Beacons, and Recharge. I can't promise high success with such a silly build such as this, but sometimes 'tis the silliness we desire all, so in this way, this build is paradoxically perfect. Monkey out of monkey? Oh dear God, they're learning. Exderis is not a PvP exotic. It doesn't pretend to be a PvP exotic. It never asked to be a PvP exotic. So, let's use it in PvP. The Exderis does about 100 damage per direct or near-direct impact. This damage, combined with its starting ammo count of 2 and its abysmal fire rate, will always keep it from being top tier. But that's not why you clicked on this video. Or at least, it shouldn't be. This build ran this disappointment Hive cosplay with Strand Hunter and a high-impact hand cannon. As you would expect, the Exderis, is anyone tired of me saying Exderis, by the way, was pitiful for getting kills, but what it was exceptional at, see what I did there, was invalidating cover. Due to its consistent arc, range, and blast radius, a ballistic genius such as myself was able to easily use this to soften up targets before swapping over to my hand cannon for the kill. But sometimes we ran out of ammo, and in these times we have a moth buddy for our second exotic for this build, the Mothkeeper's Wraps. Between the two of these, we get this lovely playstyle of being both the heavy artillery to our team as well as the support to our team. And before the comments section blurts it out like a teacher's pet in an empty classroom, yes, the Mothkeepers and the Exderis has a secret synergy. Any kills you secure with the grenade launcher will generate a pair of moths just like you were throwing it like a normal grenade. You likely have noticed by now that we are on Strand, and not the more directly synergized subclasses of either Arc or Void. This is so we can hold on to a whopping 3 fragmentation moths at once. Simply slap the Widow's Silk aspect on, and you're good to go. Help me find the motivation to keep going, despite all the bullshit. Subscribe, bless your faces, and deuces.